I'm just right now in the funeral procession of Ahmed Jabari, who was assassinated yesterday, sparking this latest operation in the Gaza Strip. There are thousands of men, mostly, who are gathered around his home in the rather poor border area of Shajaiya, where he lives. They are angry, they're determined. There was a lot of fire into the air with Kalashnikov rifles, which is a mark of respect for someone senior in the resistance movement that's died. On the radio here, all you hear is it's turned to emergency mode. It's constantly breaking news, only interrupted by resistance songs. The women are mostly inside watching the funeral parade, but when they are kind of poking their heads out of the doorways and looking out from windows, they're weeping, they're crying, saying they're frightened. I did speak to one woman who was saying, goodbye, Al Jabari, say hello to my nephew for me. The nephew was killed when he was 24 years old, hit by an Israeli strike. And for her, she said, this is it now. This is the straw that's broken the camel's back. We don't care. We want all our men to fight, the old, the young. We want them all to be armed. They've done the worst to us they could possibly do by killing Al Jabari. We've got nothing to lose now. There was an Israeli strike that hit just a couple of streets away from the funeral procession, shattering windows. There's still a grey plume of smoke that I can see from that. So really it's emergency mode here, and people are defiant. They're ready to fight. It's difficult to tell now what's going to happen. Certainly the deaths of the 3 Israelis earlier this morning, 50 kilometers from the Gaza Strip, will almost guarantee an escalation of anything on the Israeli strikes. There was warning last night in an Israeli press conference that the Israelis are preparing for a ground invasion. It's very difficult for me to see if there's any evidence of that here from the Gaza Strip, but certainly there is sustained rocket fire coming from here, and I can only see that escalating as the numbers of dead escalate, as the number of civilians are killed particularly. We've already seen 3 children killed, which is particularly difficult for the community here to deal with. But with a senior figure such as Al Jabari also dying, there's going to be an urgent need for a revenge. And as this woman I spoke with earlier told me, the feeling that we've got nothing now left to lose. So unfortunately, it does feel like it will only escalate in the next couple of days.